What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with another Borderlands 3 hotfix video, and in this one we have some new event announcements and some massive MOZE changes, yes, again. So let's get right into it. With this week's hotfix, Gearbox is continuing with the co-op loot drop event with two brand new mini events. The Rare Chest Riches returns along with a new mini event, Loot Monster Mayhem. The Rare Chest event increases your chances at receiving legendary items from rare chests, and the Loot Monster Mayhem increases your chance of seeing loot enemies like loot tinks and loot jabbers and so forth in the game, and increases their chance to drop legendary gear. These events will go live with the hotfix today, which usually goes in about noon Eastern, generally, not always, but generally. And this will end on April 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. The big thing is adjustments for MOZE the Gunner. As mentioned during last week's hotfixes, Gearbox is continuing to work on improving MOZE's survivability and Iron Bear's viability in higher levels of mayhem. This week brings another set of hotfixes to MOZE's skills. So let's go over the changes that they're making in this update and why it's going to be so friggin' awesome for MOZE players. First up, we got explosive punctuation. Increase the cooldown rate awarded to 8%. It was 5%. Now this is while doing splash damage. So at max points, it should increase the cooldown to 40%, which is almost half. That is if it increases by 8% for each point that you use in that skill. Previously, it capped out at 25. Hammer Down Protocol increased the damage output from 380% all the way up to 600% and reduced the reload time. This is a pretty substantial change and gives Iron Bear a nice huge radiation damage boost if you want to try something different. Click increase the damage bonus from 12, 24, 36% to 20, 40, 60%. So nearly double when you max this thing out. Specialist Bearer increased the damage from 25% all the way up to 60%. Now this skill costs a single point and makes it so that when you equip the same two weapons on Iron Bear, you get a damage boost. Now a lot of people will probably say, but K6, only the Vanquisher rocket pods do damage. And yeah, that's mostly true, but let me introduce you to the next set of changes. And those are changes to Iron Bear's weapons. They're increasing the base damage of the salamander flamethrower, which depending on how much they're increasing it by could have huge implications for Iron Bear since MOZE specializes in fire damage. They're increasing chemical warfare's melt damage from 50% all the way up to 125%. Again, MOZE plus fire damage is pretty powerful. Now she'll be even more so. They've increased the base damage of the railgun. No numbers given yet, so we can only guess and speculate, and I don't like to do that usually, so I'm gonna wait and see. But the railgun definitely needed some love. It's almost certainly the least used augment for Iron Bear, especially when you consider how good Vanquisher pods are and even exploding bullets for damage in Iron Bear. They're reducing capacitive armature's damage reduction from negative 75% to negative 30%, so that's a nice change there as well. Also reducing corrosive sabot's round damage reduction from negative 50 down to just negative 15%. So both of those two things are now going to do more damage than they did before, so that's good to hear. Increased shock hammer's shock damage to 60% of damage dealt. Everything here is all about damage, basically. Iron Bear damage, MOZE damage. You got some good damage boosts. Last week you had good survivability boosts for MOZE. These are all positive changes. So these amazing changes will hopefully bring more players back to MOZE. Truth be told, I've been having fun with MOZE since the last update, but without running a very specific build with perfect gear, the true takedown was still a pain with her. I'd still love to see an option where you can summon Iron Bear without having to enter the mech, a la Titanfall. This would help in several ways, most notably in that most MOZE players just use Iron Bear to trigger their anointments on their weapons and don't even use Iron Bear itself. With any luck, this hotfix will change that. I'm looking forward to trying out and seeing MOZE and Iron Bear and what they're capable of now. If you enjoyed this video, please take a second to hit that like button to show your support for the channel. If you want to see more hotfix videos, build guides, top 10s, and playthrough videos on Borderlands 3, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, tap the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.